Hey everybody, happy Monday. Sarah thrifting for the nest. It is Monday morning at about 9:30. I just finished doing my shipping from the weekend. I did not do a what sold video this weekend just because I was anxious to get my shipping completed for the weekend because I actually was gone. I had my vacation. I was on vacation from Thursday till Sunday, so I didn't do any shipping on Friday or Saturday this week. So I really wanted to just get those packages out, and I wanted to do a haul video from the weekend, so that is what this is instead. I guess I could have done both, but figured I may as well just get my shipping done and then do a haul video instead. So we went on vacation, so I want to cover a couple different things. So what I do when I leave town or when I'm not able to ship for a couple days, I went ahead and I put my out of office settings on my messages so that anybody that sent a message to me over the weekend got a quick note back saying that I would not be able to respond. Basically, I mean, even though I had my phone with me, it wasn't going to be able to take measurements or anything like that if somebody asked. So I wanted to make sure that they got my out of office notification for that. And then I did send messages to people as needed through the weekend from my phone. If it didn't have anything to do with dimensions or something that I actually needed my inventory to look at to answer a question. So I put on my out of office reply on my messages only. I do not turn on my store vacation settings, but I did change my handling time from 1 day to 2 days, just so people would know. And then that first day that I was gone, anything that sold on basically from Thursday morning until Friday afternoon, I sent messages to all those buyers letting them know. Even though my listing had 2 business days, I liked people to just get confirmation from me that I'm not just sitting on their orders. So I did respond to them saying, thank you for your order. I'm on vacation and we'll ship your item out on Monday morning. So anyways, that's how I handle my vacation settings when I'm out. So we drove up north about 3 hours to Seattle. We went to a water park up there. We took our boys to Great Wolf Lodge, which was super, super fun on Thursday and Friday. And then we did some thrifting. I wanted to do a lot more thrifting. But you know, with 2 small kids, you can only do so much. And we did prepare them and they were awesome for the few thrift stores that we went to. So I'd say we probably went, I feel like we hit like 4. We hit 4 thrift stores, but one of them was like a really small church thrift shop and we were only in there for about 10 minutes. Because the picking wasn't great. So I've heard really good things about Seattle thrifting. So I will tell you this though, I want to go up to Seattle one time and hit the bins up there. This was definitely not the trip for that. I would not take my kids to the bins, so it would be either an independent drive or something where like my husband drops me off at the bins and then comes and picks me up later. But that wasn't in the cards for this weekend. So we went to a couple of different value villages and we went to a Goodwill. We were going to hit some more yesterday, but there was a forecast of like a huge snowstorm coming into Portland where I live yesterday, and we wanted to make sure we were home in time to avoid that. Snowstorm didn't come in, although it was snowing quite a bit in Washington on our drive home. So I am glad we left early, but I really wish that I could have hit a couple more thrift stores yesterday. So, but that's okay. But I actually got quite a bit of stuff. I was really excited. There was one Goodwill in particular we had fantastic luck with. I don't usually have really good luck at Value Village, but ended up having a pretty good haul from there too. So the first Value Village that I hit, we actually did not do super well. The first Value Village that we hit, the prices were ridiculous. I would say even higher than our local Value Village here, which is already pretty nuts. So anyway, but I found a couple pieces of LuLaRoe that I couldn't pass up. I actually bought this for myself, a LuLaRoe Irma top for $15. But for $15 for a LuLaRoe piece for myself, I will take it. And then I found another LuLaRoe dress. I can't figure out what the style is, so I've got to do a little bit of research. I'm pretty familiar with LuLaRoe because I love it. But anyway, it's this dress, and it's super long. And at first I thought it was a Nicole, but it's not because of the length. But it's like brand new. I spent $15 on it, but I think I can flip it for about $50 to $60. So I was okay doing that just because of how hot LuLaRoe is right now on eBay. I'm okay with that. And we ended up getting some Legos. Like I never find Legos, but we got some Legos for my kids for $5. So that was a good price. And then the next place we hit, I think some of my stuff is maybe mixed up a little bit. So we went to another Value Village, and their prices were much better. And the manager approached me while I was shopping at the beginning of my shopping trip, and like asked me if he could do a quick survey. And I got an additional 5% off, so not huge. I was really hoping to hit a sale there, but I didn't, and that's okay. So it was weird. Their dresses at this particular Value Village were really overpriced in my opinion. So when he took the survey, I was like, your prices are crazy. I was very kind and polite. It was actually the cleanest and nicest Value Village I've ever been in. But that was what he asked. What if you could change one thing about Value Village, what would it be? And I was like, your prices are overpriced. However, I was in the dress section. When I went into the top section, their tops were actually priced really reasonably. So I feel like their pricing was just all over the board. So I think that orange tags at this Value Village were 50% off. So I think I got a few orange tags. But otherwise, their prices were good. So this piece was $3.99. It's Pyramid Collection, and I've actually had really good luck with Pyramid Collection. It's a cute dress, like well, not a dress. I'd say it's more of a tunic, like a long top. So for $3.99, I thought that was a good buy. The next piece was an Eileen Fisher and I did pay $7.99 for this. But I'm okay paying $7.99 for like an Eileen Fisher knit. It's just a plain black knit top, but it's nice and it's in good condition. And this was an orange tag, and it's a size 3. So I really like this Zenergy by Chico's line to resell. I paid $5.99. Sorry, I paid $3 because it was priced at $5.99. It does have a small little spot on it, but I can get it out pretty easily. But I do really well with the Zenergy line from Chico's. So this was another piece that was just a really reasonable thrift store price, $2.99. I'm just not used to, besides Salvation Army in my area, I'm not used to thrift stores pricing like this, but it's just like a long sleeve Nike top. But this top I think I can probably get about $18 for. Here's a Mountain Hardwear sweater for $2.99, and it's an extra large, but I think I can get 25 to 30 for this. It's just a knit. I think it's like a wool blend pullover sweater. Mountain Hardwear always does really well for me. Found an icebreaker, which is always good. And we paid $8 for this, but it's like a men's quarter zip sweater. It's got quite a few fuzzies on it, so I'll need to take a lint roller to it, but that's okay. I haven't had very good luck with this brand lately, and I'm almost ready to stop buying it for full price at retail thrift. It just doesn't sell as well for me as I want it to. So it's 41 Hawthorne, but I figured I'd give it another shot for $8. I probably overpriced. Sorry, let me turn my sound down on my phone. I probably overpriced this piece, but it is a nice like career blouse, like white and black pattern. It is in style, so we'll see. I'll probably put like 25 or 30 on it. I know I'll make my money back on it. I'm just not sure it's a piece that was really worth paying up for. The next item, this was a great price for a Patagonia jacket, $5.49, and it's just a nice, like almost like a windbreaker, but it's got a fleece lining in it. So I think this was a good buy for $5.49. I think I'll probably get 35 to 40 for it. Patagonia always does well. I paid full price for this too. I paid $7.99. But it is a Scotch and Soda wool sweater, women's wool striped sweater. And Scotch and Soda always sells very quickly for me. Sorry, let me give you a better, Scotch and Soda tags all look very different, but there's one of them. Okay, so this brand is hit and miss for sure. And I paid up for it, but mainly because of the style. So I paid $10 for this dress, and I almost put it back, but I decided it was worth getting. It's this Comfy USA, and some of their dresses sell for quite a bit. So it's this black kind of plain dress, but it's this, like, I don't know if you can tell the detail on it, like this, the material, it's like a mixed material piece. It's almost got like a login look to it, and the pieces like this on eBay comps on the completed listings are selling in like the $80 to $100 range. I didn't find this exact piece on comps, but I figured for $10 it was worth a shot. I know that I'll at least sell it for 20. So I know I wasn't losing anything if the comps were consistently showing at 20 bucks. Like I didn't spend $10 to sell something for 20. That's not ever my intention when I pay up on a piece. But because it has the potential to sell for like 60 to $100, I figured it was worth getting and trying it out. All right, my next piece was a Free People, and again, this was $8, but I like the style of it. I won't pay $8 for all Free People. It's quite wrinkled, so I will take my steamer to it. But it has like the whiter, like peasant sleeves, and then the tie at the hem. So I think once this is pressed, it will show really well, and I think I can get probably about $30 for it. All right, I paid $5.49 for this Soft Surroundings piece, and Soft Surroundings just very consistently does well for me. It's one of my favorite brands to buy. It's like this very light pastel yellow blouse. I sold a top, a Soft Surroundings piece like this 24 hours after I listed it. It was a 1X, so it was a plus size, which helped a lot, but I sold it right away for $40. I just consistently have really good luck with Soft Surroundings, no matter what condition, really. This is not a typical Peruvian Connection piece, but because it was Peruvian Connection and it only cost me $3, I picked it up. It's a different tag than I've seen before, and it's just a plain, like, long-sleeved stretch top. It's not made of any special material or anything, but for $3, Peruvian Connection is a solid brand that I get excited about when I find it in a thrift store, so I'm fine paying $3 for it. This was a J. Crew piece that I paid $3 for, another orange tag. And I know we're out of the holiday season, but I couldn't pass it up for like this awesome sequin pattern. For $3, it's definitely worth picking up. We're probably out of season for a piece like this, but I liked it enough to buy it, so. I bought this because it was $2. I didn't even pull comps. I know that Peter Paluto for Target doesn't actually sell super well, but some of these collaboration lines do, and I really like the pattern on the top. So I figured I'd probably at least get 15 to 20 for it, and for $2, I think that's a good find. All right, I'm almost at the end of this haul here. Oh, we got this, but this is for my husband because we collect Disney. I'll open the bag. It's like a grab bag. I don't even know what comps look like on this, but we're big Disney fans. So it's actually for I think the 50th anniversary, but it's Mickey Mouse plush with like the Disneyland flag, and he's dressed as Walt. That's what my husband said. He's the Disney expert. So anyway, we got this little bag for $2. It also came with a Beanie Baby that will probably just go somewhere else. But even though we bought it for ourselves, I figured I'd show you that. Oh, there's something else in here. Oh, and sunglasses that my husband needed to drive around because the first day was sunny, and apparently he didn't need them anymore. Oops. That was an emergency purchase because he had forgotten his sunglasses. But then it rained the rest of the weekend, and he didn't need them, so. Okay, so I think we're on to our next Goodwill trip. So I think some of my stuff from the church thrift stuff. I only got a couple things from the church thrift that we were at, and it was hard goods, so I'll know it when I get to them. So the rest of this is from Goodwill, and this Goodwill was awesome, you guys. I was thrown when we first walked in because what I didn't realize is they put all their like kind of boutique or higher end pieces at the front. So all their pricing was just outrageous when I first walked in. So dresses for like $25 to $40, but they weren't even like really high end brands. It was kind of like their Goodwill's projected, like, this is a nice piece. Somebody's going to pay $25 or $30 for it. So at first I thought that was just their typical pricing in the store. But once I got in deeper, I realized it wasn't. So red tags were half off when we went, and we went on Saturday. So I don't know if like the Washington Goodwills switch over tags on Sundays like the Oregon Goodwills do, but there were a ton of red tags. So either it just wasn't shopped through the week very well, or they had just recently switched over their tags. I couldn't quite tell and I didn't ask. So anyways, so I did get a good amount of red tags. So this was this One World brand I don't buy a lot of unless I find it plus size at the bins. It is an extra large, but it was half off, so it was only $3 and it's velvet. So velvet is really popular right now, and I like this kind of crocheted lace detail in the back, and it's like an open front shrug with like a ruffly front. So I decided that this was worth $3 for picking it up. I have actually sold that One World brand for like $35 before with certain pieces, so it is a really hit and miss brand, so I figured it was worth picking up. This was the first time I had found, okay, so Jonathan and I, each of us takes a kid when we shop at the Goodwills together. Our kids do really well in the Goodwill as long as they're not together. I find when they're together, they want to start wrestling and being like kind of loud and crazy. So he takes one kid, I take another. And so we went, and he always starts in the men's section. I start in the women's section. And within about 15 minutes of shopping this store, we kind of came together and we both were like, oh my goodness, because of all the awesome stuff that we had both found by this point. So this was my first time finding Holding Horses, which I believe is an Anthropologie brand. I paid $6 for this, but this style of shirt right now is really popular. It's like I think you say it, chambray top, and it's like almost like a denim look, but it's like an ombre because it fades to the bottom. And this style sells really well right now. So I didn't look up comps of this particular item, but for $6, I was definitely willing to take that chance. I found a red tag of this Athleta jacket, so it was priced at $7.99. I don't know if you can see. I will show you the Athleta tag. It is an older style Athleta piece. It's a fleece jacket, but for $4, because it was half off, I figured that was a really good deal. I think I'll probably get at least 30 for it. I'd never heard of this brand before. There were so many brands there that I hadn't ever seen before. But when I pulled comps, I was like, these are really good prices, or these are really good items. This is a good brand. So if anything, I feel like I did a ton of learning when I was there of brands, even though they might be rare here, to be looking for. So this is an Anthropologie brand from what I can tell. I think it's called Rosie Nera. I was able to figure it out and pull comps for it. But it's a cute little like sweater. It is a pretty small size, but I got it, I spent $4 on it. It does have the 66170 RN number, which could be Urban Outfitters or Anthropologie. I need to just do a little bit more research on it. But for $4, I figured it was worth picking up and looking into. I love buying new brands just to try them out anyways, just to see where the demand is. I picked up this Torrid piece. I paid $6.50 for it, but it's Torrid new with tags. And it is a good size. It's a size 4. So it's a cardigan with these sequins on the shoulders. I just love thrifting in new places. I mean, honestly, it's not like I feel like I need to go travel up to Washington to go thrifting, because my thrifting here is great too. But it's just fun when you're in a new place anyways to be looking at different ways different Goodwills run. Here's a Citron Santa Monica piece. It's a silk top that I found for $6, and it's really pretty. It looks like an older style Citron. Their tags all look a little bit different. But I think for a silk top, I could probably get $25 to $35 for it. Maybe more. I don't usually buy Chico's size 1 pieces unless I get them at the bins. And I did pay $6 for it, but again, it's velvet, and they have like these kind of sheer burnout sleeves. I just really liked the pattern of this Chico's. So I decided to pull it up. And Chico's velvet pieces actually sell pretty well. So I did pull comps and decided it was worth paying $6 for a piece like this. I've been finding a lot more of this lately. This brand, Desidual, I think is how you say it, but who knows. But I really like the collar on this sweater. It's kind of like a cowl, like a layered cowl. There are some fabric pulls. You can tell where it's worn on the material, but because I liked it so much, I decided $6, it was worth it. It does pretty well, this brand does. Here's another velvet piece that I had picked up. It's a wrap top. Hold on, let me find the big top of it here. Oh, it's a J. Jill, and it's an extra large. So again, I got it because it's velvet. I don't always pick up J. Jill, but it was half off, so it was $4. And it's kind of this wrap cardigan, velvet wrap cardigan. I almost feel like velvet was probably really popular around the holidays this year, and now that we're in February, it might not be selling as well. Who knows though? I'm willing to put it up and take a shot at it. Besides, I needed to buy some stuff to write off this trip, right? So that's like a bonus. I got 2 Adidas hoodies, women's Adidas hoodies for $4. They were half off, and they're actually in really good condition. So these consistently sell for about $25 for me. So decided that was worth picking up. And then here's another brand that's kind of a no-brainer for me. Exclusively Missook. It's missing, well, the tag is frayed, so you can tell it's worn. I paid $6 for this, but no matter the condition, Exclusively Missook sells really well. It's like an open front cardigan. And this brand sells quickly and consistently for me, so that was a good find. So I don't buy a lot of hard goods, but we went into this church thrift, and when we walked in, everything was 50% off. The clothes were really low-end brands, lots of just basics, things I wouldn't even pick up at the bins. So I was disappointed that they didn't have better brands, but they had a pretty cool hard goods section. I actually found a cookie jar. I'm almost wondering if I should have picked it up anyways, because it was only $3. It had it was like a cow cookie jar, and it had a broken horn. So that's why I didn't get it. But when I pulled comps on that piece, in perfect condition, it's a vintage cookie jar. It was selling for $180. And I keep thinking about it, like, oh, I probably should have picked it up because it was like $3. But I didn't. So I hate hard goods, you guys. So I have to know that it's going to sell if I'm going to buy it. And that thing would have required some heavy duty packing to ship it all in one piece. So, but what I did get is these Felix the Cat brand new salt and pepper shakers. I did pull them out of the box. They are in great condition. The comps are running about $20 to $30 for these, and I paid $2.25. And I think I'll be able to get them in a first class package. So they were fun. I wanted to pick them up. These caught my attention. I paid up a little bit on this, but I think it's going to pay off. I don't know how you say this brand, but I know this is a high-end brand in general. I bought they're 4 bars of soap, and they were half off. So I paid $7 for all 4 bars, but I'm pretty sure that I can lot these up and sell them for $50. So this kind of stuff, you can't buy this in the store anymore. I'm not going to say they're vintage, but I know that they're out of production. The comps looked really good on this particular fragrance as well. So I think this was worth paying $7 to flip for $50 or more. I'm not sure. So I'm going to do a little bit more research before I put these up, but this is the kind of hard goods that I like to sell. So I will go to the Goodwill outlets, and they always have $6 cosmetic bags behind the counter, and I always will pull them up because when I find stuff like this in there, the stuff sells like crazy. I haven't had a good $6 bag in a long time. I think they're getting wise, and they're starting to pull perfumes and selling them separately in the glass case at the bins, but I actually really love getting those $6 bags and then selling the stuff out of them that I can. So these are all brand new in the box, never used. So I'm happy with that purchase. You won't see a lot of hard goods in my hauls, guys, because I'm not a big fan. And it's honestly because I don't like to ship that stuff. You'll probably see more hard goods in the summer, honestly, at garage sales. I like to shop hard goods at garage sales. It's easier to find stuff that's going to sell really well. So you'll see more of that from me there. So, but as of this stuff, like when I go to Goodwill's, I like to shop for clothes. So I'm pretty stuck in the mud with that kind of stuff. Okay, so some of this stuff, I have no idea what it is. My husband picked it up, and he's got an eye for some of this stuff. He pulls comps for me too, and he swore that these would be good flips. So I've never heard of this before. It's like a fire retardant material. It's called True North, and it's a jacket. I've never seen it or heard of it before, but he said comps were looking at about 60 bucks. So if I'm going by his word, he's a great picker, so I'm going to trust him on that. Oh, and what did we pay? What did we pay? What did we pay? We paid 10 for this. So, I mean, he was confident enough in it to pay up for it. So we did that. Picked up these Pearl Izumi pants for $3. They're not cycling, even though Pearl Izumi is a cycling brand. They're not like your typical padded cycling shorts. You could probably just use these to work out in. But for $3, I figured they were worth a shot. This was another brand that I have never heard of, minus 33. Minus 33. And we paid $4 because it was half off. And it's just a men's shirt, but again, he said that this brand was selling really well, the comps looked great. So, trusting my husband on that. He has not failed me before. It's nice to have a thrifting partner. I do really well with simple Garnet Hill pieces, and it's like this kind of stretch jersey sleeveless dress, and I paid $5 for that. Here's that other Adidas jacket. I found them both together for $4 a piece. So it's another Adidas hoodie. Here's a pair of Athleta pants. Or sorry, it's a skirt, Athleta skirt. We paid $4 for it. And it's like a lined skirt. Is it a lined skirt? Just kidding. Just a skirt. No shorts lining, but we love Athleta pieces. This is probably one of my favorite finds from this trip. I paid $7.50 for it, but it's another soft surroundings piece, but it's a really nice cardigan sweater. Like a nice hooded blue cardigan. Let me check the material content on this because it's a mohair acrylic jacket, or not jacket, but hooded sweater. So I love this. I will probably price this high. I'll check comps first, but offhand, I think I can probably get 60 to 70 for it. I may be a little bit high in my estimation, but it will be worth it for sure. And then here's another Athleta piece, and I only paid $2.50 for this Athleta cardigan sweater. So that is all the thrifting that we did this weekend. I think we paid about $200 for everything, but I think that the return will be really good. I really wanted to do some thrifting in the Capitol Hill area of Seattle, but we ended up further away from that area than we thought we would be on our last night there, and the parking situation was a little bit chaotic. So, and we were exhausted. My kids were exhausted, and then we ended up hitting the road really early Sunday morning in order to get home before the snow started, which never happened. So, except for on the roads on the way there. It was probably still a good thing that we left early. That way, too, we could have a relaxing, lazy afternoon at home yesterday. I have plans this week really to just stick with staying home and listing. I will probably go outsourcing on Wednesday, but I think that's going to be my only thrifting day this week. I've got to get ready for my kiddo's birthday party this week, and like I said, my mom's coming in town this weekend. Did I say that? I'm not sure if I said that or not, but my mom is coming into town this weekend, so I'm really excited to see her. And so we've got some fun family stuff going on this weekend, so I'm going to hit it pretty hard getting my work done this week so we can enjoy the weekend. So I think I said what we did to get ready for the week. I will say too that this was the first time that I was very careful to so last week when I was creating my listings, I saved a lot of drafts, and then I scheduled them to launch while we were out every day. So because I knew I wasn't going to be home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, I scheduled my listings to go live, like 10 listings to go live every day, so that there was still activity on my store every day that we were gone. And I think it paid off pretty good. I mean, I had a $400 day on Friday, and then about a $250 day on Saturday. Sorry, I had a $400 day on Thursday, and then a $250 day on Friday and Saturday. And then, like I said, Sunday was a bust, but it may be because of the Super Bowl. I'm not really sure. I know some sellers had a really good Sunday. Some sellers had a pretty crummy Sunday in sales. I I can't spend too much time trying to speculate why things were slow. Maybe just people weren't looking for what I had in my store. That's a pretty simple explanation for it. So anyway, I have lots of stuff to do. I know I'm just rambling right now, but all my shipping is done. I have plenty of stuff photographed, so I can get a lot of stuff listed this week. And then I'll probably aim to get stuff scheduled for the weekend too, since I won't be working this weekend when I have family in town and for my son's birthday. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great week. I will try to do a live hangout sometime this week, maybe after my thrifting on Wednesday. That's my projected idea at this point, but my plans could change. So thanks again, you guys, for tuning in, for watching my videos. Thanks for all the subs in these last couple of weeks, for all the comments. If I don't answer your comment right away, I promise that I will get to it. And if for whatever reason I don't get to it, just know that I am reading them, I am looking at them, and I do really appreciate them. You can follow me over on Instagram at Thrifting for the Nest. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up if you did like it, and leave me a comment if you have any comments or questions, and then feel free to subscribe if you have not already, and I will touch base with you guys later this week. Have a wonderful week. Bye.